2 weeks ago, a woman stole even the expired tuna someone donated to me, and then reported me for not feeding my kids. That woman is my stepmother. And yes, we call her the hamburger thief. But the worst part wasn't that. It was when she showed up screaming that she wanted custody of my children. And there I was, battling postpartum depression, pregnant, and with an empty womb. My name is Luciana. I'm 29 years old, and I carry 3 invisible scars. One in my mind, one in my womb, and one straight through my heart. It all started in December. Not the cozy, snowy, movie-type December with hugs and presents. Mine smelled like sour milk, wet diapers, and fear. My husband Mario drives trucks for a living, but when winter comes, the roots stop. And when the roots stop, so does everything else, especially hope. We didn't even have money for bread. We had to choose between buying gas to heat the house or buying diapers. And as if the universe had a sick sense of humor and made my life the punchline of a bad joke, I found out I was pregnant again. But this pregnancy, it wasn't normal. The doctor said it might be a blighted ovum. Do you know what that is? It's when your body thinks there's a baby, but the embryo never actually forms. Basically, you're pregnant with nothing. So there I was, fresh out of childbirth, still bleeding, depressed, a newborn crying like he could feel all the chaos inside me, and another one growing inside me. That might never even be real. So I swallowed my pride, closed my eyes, and wrote in a food donation group, "Hi, I have 2 babies. I don't have money. Any help is appreciated." And people were angels. They sent formula, rice, canned soup, diapers, even a box of little dinosaur-shaped cookies that, God knows why, made me cry like someone had gifted me gold. One woman even sent a note with her number. "You're not alone. I was once a broke mom too." For 48 hours, I believed I was going to make it. But 3 days later, the pantry was empty again. And it wasn't a mistake. It wasn't magic. It was her. The hamburger thief, my stepmother, a woman who once stole a burger from a kid at a family birthday party and denied it with a mouthful of beef. She used her copy of the house key. Yes, my dad still gave her stupid access. And she took everything. The formula, the diapers, even the bleach someone donated so I could clean bottles. She loaded her car like it was Christmas morning for rats. And when I confronted her, guess what she did? She reported me. Yes, she called Child Protective Services and told them, "My stepdaughter isn't feeding her kids. Their clothes are filthy. There's no food. I'm really concerned." So basically saying she stole the help I begged for, then accused me of being negligent. And that's when I realized I wasn't dealing with a mentally unstable woman. I was in a war, and I had no weapons, only tears and hunger. After the robbery, I changed the locks. My hands were shaking, but I did it. With a baby in one arm, my belly swollen from the lost pregnancy in the other, and that constant feeling that someone was watching me. I went to the police, filed a report, took pictures of the empty fridge, the ransacked pantry, the threatening note she left me on a McDonald's napkin. And do you know what they told me? "Do you have proof it was her? Because, well, maybe you're mistaken." Mistaken? I saw her car driving away with the half-eaten cereal box. That same week, without warning, without a message, without respect, they knocked on my door at 7:26 in the morning. A woman with a clipboard, a scowl, a monotone voice, and the face of someone who hasn't had coffee yet and already hates you. A social worker. Not a good morning, not a, "Are you okay?" Just a scanning look that took in my slippers, my dark circles, and my babies crying like they were proof I was failing. She seemed like a friend of my stepmother. She spoke in the same condescending tone, as if her mere presence made me guilty. She asked if I had food. I offered her a bruised banana and a bag of puffed rice. And then she told me, "We're going to have to monitor this home for possible neglect." I didn't know whether to laugh, cry, or spit the uncooked rice in her face. The worst came that afternoon. My stepmother came back, with shameless arrogance and the smell of cheap perfume. She started yelling that the kids were hers, that I was a drug addict, that she was going to save them from me. She tried to force the door open. She threw a rock at the glass. My babies were in the car, sleeping, and she hit the hood like it was a piñata. And not satisfied with that, she stole an Amazon package from my porch. It wasn't even mine. It was a phone case for my neighbor. Who steals other people's phone cases? Who has the time to be that miserable? I called the police again, And when they arrived, they saw her there, screaming, holding the package. And what did they do? Ma'am, please calm down. This can be resolved by talking. Talking? To a woman who once took the fork out of my hand because I didn't deserve it? They didn't arrest her. They didn't take the package back. They just told her to leave. And me? They looked at me like I was some hysterical woman exaggerating everything. She's just upset, they said. Upset my ass. That woman is the devil in lycra shapewear and fake nails sharp enough to be weapons. That's when I understood. Justice isn't made for mothers like me. Justice drinks its coffee with prejudice and sweetens it with bureaucracy. The rage no longer fit inside my chest. Every time I opened my eyes, I felt like I was surviving inside the mouth of a monster. And that monster had a name, cheap perfume, and a plan. So I did the only thing I had left. I went for a restraining order. It wasn't easy. I had no money, no time, no peace of mind. But at a support center for single mothers, I met Sylvia, a lawyer with a soft voice and eyes sharp as knives. Thanks to her, I managed to get it. You're taking a big risk, but you're going to get through this, she told me. And in that moment, I believed her. Meanwhile, the social worker who treated me like a sewer rat was investigated. And surprise? She had previous complaints. Several. For abuse, neglect, discrimination. Did they finally believe me? Did they apologize? No, because when the system starts off wrong, it also makes sure to destroy the little you have left. I came back home after dropping my baby off at the pediatrician. And what I found was hell unleashed in my living room. Shards of glass everywhere. Broken windows, furniture shattered like my nerves, appliances soaked in bleach, my baby's clothes drenched in chlorine, my curtains torn to pieces, my mattress slashed with a knife, and on my bed, a note. A crumpled paper written in red marker like blood. A single word, murderer. I felt my soul drop to my feet, and right there, the pain began. Not the emotional kind, that was routine by then. The physical pain. That day, I lost the pregnancy, while picking up glass shards, while my hands bled, while the smell of bleach burned my throat and my soul. I started bleeding and screaming. I fell to my knees, alone, with my baby asleep in the car, and the other one. The one that maybe never was, coming out of me as if it also wanted to escape this nightmare. I called emergency services, not for me, but for him, just in case there was even the tiniest chance. But when they attended me, there was nothing left. And just when I thought the pain had hit rock bottom, my father came, crying, his face broken. I thought he was finally going to defend me. I thought he was finally going to say, "Enough. I'm taking that crazy woman to hell where she belongs." But no, she convinced him. Again. She told him I had caused the miscarriage myself, that I did it to get attention, that I did it to blame her, that I was obsessed with playing the victim. And you know what he did? He left with her, literally. He turned his back on me, left me bleeding in the hospital, and got into the car with the woman who had just destroyed my home. My father chose the monster, again. And that's when I understood. Sometimes blood isn't family, and family can be poison. My husband, another disappointment with a mustache and the smell of old gasoline. At first, I thought he was distant because of work, tiredness, stress, but no. He was cruel because he enjoyed seeing me broken. For years, he emotionally gaslighted me. He said my diabetes was all in my head, that I faked my low-sugar episodes to manipulate him, that if my hands trembled, it was because I wanted attention. One night, after a pointless fight because I served myself a yogurt without telling him, he snatched my glucose meter and smashed it against the wall. "You're not sick, you're crazy." And I answered him with dry eyes and a broken soul. "I'd rather be crazy and alive than sane and stuck with an idiot like you." That's when I knew it was over. I took my kids and left. I had nothing, no furniture, no money, no health, but I had the most important thing, a decision. I rented a little room, small, but mine. I installed cameras. And thanks to that, when he tried to break in through the window and broke my phone in front of the kids, I was able to press charges. They didn't have to believe me. Because I had video proof. Today, I'm divorced. I have full custody. My kids have a bed, a mother who loves them, and rice with eggs every Wednesday, even if they say it's boring. But it's made with peace, and that's priceless. My ex ran away to another state, and my stepmother, well, she was arrested for vandalism, but of course she got out on bail. Now she spends her time harassing me on Facebook with fake profiles like Christina Madre Amor 77. Am I still afraid? Yes. Trauma doesn't go away overnight. But are my kids safe? They are. And if anyone out there is watching this and going through something similar, record it, speak up, report it. Even if they don't believe you, even if they call you dramatic, even if they call you crazy. Because the only way to win is to stay alive. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe and give it a nice like. I hope you enjoyed it and have an excellent day.